I might be willing to do something stupid right now. Check this out. This is stupid. This is too stupid. Let me just like... Did y'all know that Hot Ones has a restaurant? It's more of a virtual restaurant, aka ghost kitchen. There are a few locations here in New York City and a few more spread out across the country. I had never heard about it, so today we're gonna learn about it. So we got a very large order here. This actually came out to $147.49. And let me say this, there are a couple nitpicks that I have right off the bat, just looking at their menu. Maybe other locations are different, but we'll get into that here in a second. First, let me unbag all of these bags. All right, y'all, I've been fiddling around and I realized we're not really gonna be able to get the best visuals here. Unfortunately, it just is what it is, but I will give you a close-up of everything. Before getting the food, we got 2 sets of utensils, 3 moist towelettes. We have some ketchup, 3 things of blue cheese, and I believe, well, actually, I might double back on that. So when it comes to the sauce selection, there's only 4 that I could select from this place. OG Buffalo, Los Calientes Rojo, and then they had like a chili maple and a classic garlic Fresno, which I've never heard of before. And they had 2 options, bone-in, traditional, and boneless. So I got 2 party packs. So each one of these plus one of those is a party pack, 12 each. Let's just start over here. This is the half of a party pack. This is OG Buffalo Trad. These over here are boneless garlic, Fresno garlic or garlic Fresno. Then next to them we have the boneless chili maple. And last but not least, the traditional bone-in Los Calientes Rojo. But actually on the sticker there it says Calientes Barbacoa, so I'm not really sure about that. But if you take a look at the wings, they don't appear to be super saucy, which I don't mind. You can definitely feel the sauce on them. This did take a while to deliver. We also got an order of fries because the only reason is on the menu that said they are uniquely crispy, so we'll be putting that to the test. And I also had it to get a chicken sandwich. And this is basically their whole menu. They did have one dessert thing, but I wasn't too interested in that. And last but not least, this is just another add-on. This is a 6-piece, not part of the party boxes, but this is just buffalo, I believe, which I will be kicking up with this Reaper spice. Might save that for the end, probably. They also did throw this card in there, so maybe other ghost kitchens have different menu options, different sauce options, which I would have liked to see. This says they do have the last dab. And yeah, I don't know really what's going on here, but it's a ghost kitchen, so a lot of spooky stuff is probably happening over there. Dumb joke. Let's get into it. I'm gonna try a regular, traditional, bone-in, just classic OG buffalo wing right here. All right. Dry as a bone. That is bone dry. I was looking at it and it said the minimum delivery time was like an hour. So I think no matter what, you're gonna be suffering a little bit. I remember the only other time I did a ghost kitchen video, I believe was Mr. Beast, and that took, Mr. Beast burger, I think that took like an hour and a half too. This took an hour and a half. So I'm guessing that they were having to be busy cooking their other food at their kitchen, and then they also had to deal with people like me ordering a bunch of wings. So I get it, but also, you know, if you're paying this hefty of a price for wings, I think there could be better options. That's just off the first bite, the first wing, I guess. But we'll continue down. And I guess this sauce will definitely help. I should eat one more of these actually and get more into the flavor, because all I did was hate on it, which I don't like doing. It's just, I can't lie. I was expecting it to be a little bit, at least lukewarm, and have a little juice to it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't detect any of those two things. That being said, I do think the chicken quality itself is pretty good. You know, you leave anything out for an hour and a half, or I don't know how long exactly it was. But anyway, you leave anything out for too long and it will dry up, obviously. So let me just go into the good parts. The chicken seems really good, like really nice chicken. Can't lie about that. The flavor, like I'm saying, these are not dripping with sauce. Very minimally sauced. And maybe if you are ever gonna order this, this is still, I should probably explain, you probably don't know what I'm grabbing at. This is still the OG Buffalo. I'm pretty sure you can get extra sauce on the side. So what I would recommend, if you ever try this, order it, but get the extra sauces on the side and maybe get another dip into it. That I would have done that if I would have known. The flavor in and of itself is it's good, but it's not very strong. It's not that really strong, classic vinegary, buttery, just delicious hot, red hot, you know, Frank's flavor. I'm not getting a lot of it. It's just, I'm not sure if that's because of a lack of sauce. It feels like they just took the most delicate of paint brushes and just kind of painted it on there. Not really sure what's going on there, but it's a solid wing. And I would go as far as to say that if it was really fresh, it would be really solid, especially if you had some more sauce to dunk it into. But the blue cheese, I definitely think will help. We'll get into that. Sorry again about the presentation, but now let me try these. These are the garlic Fresno boneless wings, which they have an interesting look. They look different than other boneless wings I've seen. Maybe not this piece. This actually just looks like a regular traditional boneless wing. But some of the other ones are a little bit more craggly and snaggly, if you know what I mean. They're not just uniform cubes of chicken. And by the way, mild, very mild. This is the only one that was medium, the Los Calientes. Now this, the classic garlic Fresno, is bringing some flavors that I have to analyze a little bit. I think around the board, across the board, we're gonna have the same problems with just not being hot and super fresh. But we're gonna be analyzing the flavors here. Really nice flavor. I do like hot ones sauces. The ones that I've tried have been really good. They taste like good, naturally sourced ingredients, you know, peppers. Not too many additives. And just really tasty. Sometimes hot sauces are just all about the heat. Sometimes they can just be a carbon copy of another one. This sauce right here, I've never tasted anything quite like it. It's got a sweet, but in the best possible way, a little sweet heat. And it's still very mild. I wouldn't call it like anything over a 1 out of 10 on my spice scale. But I like the flavor a lot on these actually. I can see a lot of people liking this as well. It's got kind of that artisan flavor, if you know what I mean. But let's try the other boneless, mild version. The chili maple. Never heard of such a thing in my life. But maybe you can see some of the pieces are like bigger than others and smaller. It's more of just like a grab bag, mystery box. Let's try this. trying to find that maple. I found the chili right off the bat. Chili maple. The maple is super subtle. And I never would have thought to make a combination like chili and maple for a wing. Although, if you do think about it, maple, chicken and waffles, that's a thing. So why not introduce some maple into some hot wings like this? I like this a lot too. The maple is just very subtle. I taste the chilies, but it's giving that little bit of depth infusion to it. And I'd say these are pretty good, pretty damn good. Mighty fine, should I say? I don't know. I can't say any of these are mighty fine. Just because of the delivery experience and how long it took. But that's what all you're gonna get from this place. All they do is delivery. So it is what it is. I gotta judge it on that. But flavor-wise, I would say there's some mighty fine flavors in these for sure. For damn sure. And this is kind of interesting. A lot of these, the bone-in ones, trad, the bone is just popping out. I mean, that's kind of, you don't see that all the time, I would say. And it's nice to kind of hold on to right there. I guess maybe they cut off the end and throw it away or chop it up and pull it. I'm not really sure how they're doing that, but you can see it in this one too. It's a clean bone, just a nice little popsicle. Lollipop. All right, so this is the medium. And right off the bat, you can taste the heat and the spice. Way more than anything else I've had before here. It's got less layers of flavor, so you're not really getting, to me, as much of the sweetness or that mapleiness. It is kind of more of a one note spice, but the spice flavor that is in there in that one note is like, it's not a C sharp. It's just a classic C, you know what I mean, on a piano. What I'm trying to say is it's a good note. It's not the brown note. Even though it is only one note, I mean, it's a good note. That's what I've been trying to say. Anyway, let's try these fries real quick. If these are still crispy, then I might have to, wow, yeah, I might lose my damn mind because everything else is not. They call these uniquely crispy, which is definitely a bold move when all you do is deliver. So, yeah. I would say uniquely not crispy. I would say the polar opposite of what they're claiming. Again, if they were fresh out the kitchen, served right to your table, I bet you they would be crispy. But what are you doing? I've had delivery fries that stay crispy. And these ain't it. Not bad when it's all said and done, kind of like a steak cut or thick cut. And pretty decent, they're just not crispy. What's the deal? All right, so before oh geez, yeah, no, that's this Reaper spice. Just by smelling it, you already know. This smells like when you open a pack of the like Death Nuts from the Death Nut Challenge. When you open up that one chip challenge and just smell it, there's that kind of chemically smell in there that this has, and I am really not looking forward to this. I've already died once when I was doing the Dave's, the Reaper level, and it's interesting that this place is also calling it Reaper Spice, but whatever. Dave's Hot Chicken Reaper, that killed me. I couldn't walk for a few hours. That's the type of things I go through sometimes behind the scenes. Actually, I gotta try this chicken sandwich. I forgot about that. So, chicken sandwich, we have mayo, we have 5 pickles. I do like that. More mayo and something. What is that? What? Oh, butter. I think that might be butter. I think they said they buttered their buns, but I've never seen anything quite like that before. But I think if we ignore that, it looks like it does have some potential, and this one should be the Los Calientes, so it should be pretty, mediumly spicy. I would give that like a 2.5. That's good. I think it's because it's the biggest piece of chicken, combined with the fact that there is mayo and butter or some substance in there. It's not getting too dry. This is not dry at all. It's actually tender and surprisingly tender when I took that first bite. Oh yeah. Wow. Chicken sandwich really held up for some reason. Not as good as like other chicken sandwiches that I've had. Not even close to the spicy chicken sandwich I had from Jollibee. That ish was still crispy, and this is not. But if it was, it'd be really good. It's kind of a weird review because if it was fresh, but it can never be fresh if you're just doing delivery. So I mean, it's not even that far away. The problem is that the restaurant took over an hour just to get it ready, and then I don't know. It is what it is. Oh, it actually looks like a 6th pickle appeared out of the box, which is, I have the utmost respect for that. You can never have too many pickles, unless you really hate pickles. But if you have too many pickles, you can take some off, I guess. So, I do like that. Big fan of the sand. Now that we tried everything, I realized I haven't tried anything with the blue cheese, and I kind of want to just hold off on this because I want to get something in my stomach before I go in on the spice. So we're gonna do another around the horn with blue cheese, and I'm even losing track of what's what, so maybe you are too, because you can't even see some of this stuff, so I'll try to remind you. Unless you're just not as dumb as me and you remember everything. So this is the original buffalo with the blue cheese. It's crucial. I am disappointed. I'll be honest. I'm disappointed with the buffalo sauce. Just because it's not really that vinegary at all. And I love a vinegary buffalo sauce. I would definitely, like, legitimately, even though I like spicy food, I would take a mild, like, good buffalo wing over a spicy, like, even if it's a perfect spice level, if it's lacking on, like, one element of it, the sauce is subpar, but spicy and good, give me the mild buffalo wings. It's my stance. This does help it a lot, but I'm looking for those sauce and flavor combinations that just aren't there. Sometimes when that blue cheese hits that really good buffalo sauce, it just takes you away to a better place. And right now I'm just in the same place. You know what I mean? What is this? Yeah, see how even I'm forgetting. The garlic Fresno. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. I like that. You're getting hit with some very unique combos of flavor with that. There's a bit of like fruitiness or something, but mixed with that dank blue cheese, and then this spice. It's, how can I put this? It's kind of like eating a charcuterie board, you know, with the fruits and the meats and the this and that, because you're getting a bunch of like sweet and then the cheeses, you know, the dank, smelly cheese and all that stuff. So that was a very interesting flavor profile right there. Probably the most interesting so far. Could this beat it? The maple? Chili maple? That's pretty damn good too. I like that. That's really good. All right, one more of these and then we're gonna get into the Reaper. We've been killing it. Y'all might not care, but we've been killing it with not wasting food. Like, we have 0 leftovers in the fridge. Not really throwing anything away, and this should last us for the rest of the day, I think. Maybe even into tomorrow, potentially. But yeah, so Los Calientes, that works. I like that. These are a little bit overboard though. Careful around the eyes. Yeah, with the spice, I assume, yes. But I'm confident that this is so not spicy. I might be willing to do something stupid right now. Check this out. This is stupid. This is too stupid. Let me just like... You don't have to be careful. 0 sting. But it's about to start stinging here. Right about now, once I get into these, how should I do this? Should I taste test this first? Or just go in and pour the whole thing in there, shake it up and start eating? It's not that much actually, so. Like I said, it smells super intense. I wouldn't be surprised if this was on the level of like a one chip challenge, like all the dust, but this dust would coat like multiple of those chips. Whatever, F it. I don't think shaking it up will really distribute it that much, so the top ones are gonna be pretty insane. All right. Yeah, yep. That is menacing. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but you can see that spice that has just adhered straight to this little drummy here. This is just a regular buffalo, but OG buffalo mixed with the Reaper spice. So Reaper mode buffalo going in. Instantly got a fever. Let me sit on it. Let me sit on it. All right. That's pretty hot. Not gonna lie about it, it's pretty hot. Definitely over 5. It's definitely not as hot as that freaking Dave's hot chicken, that's for sure. But it's, ooh, hold on. It might be a slow burn. Also, you should throw in some like celery sticks and some carrot sticks. And you know, on the show, don't they always have milk? You should put milk on the menu. I think that would just be funny. One thing that I was thinking was that this actually maybe is genius. If you want the Hot Ones experience, I'm sure on those shows the wings aren't piping hot. They're prepared in the back and they're sitting there, and if they're doing the interview for, who knows, an interview could take an hour and they edit out a lot. So by the end of it, your wing is gonna be basically like this. I think what I would have done is I would have put in the whole lineup though. Not just for, I would have put the bomb as an option and all types of crazy stuff. But maybe you have to sign waivers, I don't know. But this is the feeling I get, that when I see people on Hot Ones eating, I'm like, how hot is that? Like temperature wise, how fresh is it? How crispy is it? It's probably exactly like this. I would never be invited on that show, but if I was, I might have to call him out. Just kidding. All right, let me try one more of these. Let me get a flat. This one looks a little bit zesty, for sure. Yeah, you don't want to be touching your eyes with this one. That's for sure. That one, no problem. Ooh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. This is bordering. There's one final review. My final thought on this spice, the Reaper spice. Go on Reaper mode with it. It's definitely not the spiciest thing I've ever had in my life. If you survived the One Chip Challenge or the Death Nut Challenge, or I think that was a Chocolate Challenge as well, but those are probably way spicier than this. This is approaching that, but I would say the flavor is better than those. So it's always balanced. The crazy spicy you get, the worse the flavor is gonna be, in my opinion, in my experience. So this is retaining more of that good flavor. It's a happy medium. It is very spicy. I'm probably gonna say like a 6.5 spice, maybe more. I can't really pinpoint it right now, but the mouth is, I'm getting a good sweat going. But it does taste a lot better than just other really just artificially spicy things I've had in my life. So I like that. I just wish that, you know, the iconic lineup of all the sauces, like the bomb and this and that last dab, the fact that that wasn't available, at least at the place I could order from, the only place that was available to me, was a little bit disappointing. I think you could have like played it up more to like fit the show, you know? You could do stuff like, you know, a 12-pack of wings, but each wing has a different flavor. Get crazy with it, you know what I'm saying? That's what I would do if I was you, Sean. Just kidding. Yeah, anyway, I don't know, I probably took down a decent amount, a little less than half maybe, but my wife's gotta eat. So I'm getting out of here. I'm pretty full and I need to protect my stomach. Got a big day tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. Peace.